Hello everyone, my name is Shaohua Ren and my student number is 4831470. Today, I want to give a presentation on the topic of research on hybridization storage technology on wind power in Australia. So, what is wind power? As you can see, this wind device is really common in Australian wild. And the wind is just because of the hot water will flow to the cold area. This forms the wind. And when this device receives the wind, it could generate the electricity directly. So it's the completely clean energy and with no emission and no pollution. So why it is very important to study on the storage of the wind power? As we can see in this pie chart, most of the wind power in the world is generated in the Asian and American countries, and there is a lot of wind farms in Australia, and I will mention it later. So, the wind is very different from other natural resources because you would feel the wind blow very hardly this moment, and for the next moment it could be zero. We should storage the electricity into other things in case of wasting. So as you can see in this diagram, this is a pump. A pump is when the wind is adequate, we just uplift the water into the pool, and when we need electricity, we just let the water pool down so it could generate some electricity. There are three main ways to storage the wind power. This is one of them. The other two is battery and the PV solar. So they both have some advantages and disadvantages of these three methods. For example, for the battery, it could just directly store the electricity, and when you need to use it, it's very convenient. But the storage, the content is very low. And when it comes to the pump, it could waste some of the electricity. It's about 50% or 40%. And when it comes to the PV board, it is extremely expensive. So we should try to come up with a method that could concrete the three methods so that we could make the best use of it. As you see, this is the fluctuation of the wind power. The colorful lines represent the natural variations of it, and the red one is the prediction. We need to do a better prediction so that we could just schedule the contents and just to distribute the percentage of the wind power and the other power from the fuel or some other resources. There are two ways to build this model. The first one is modeling by the computer. With the help of the computer, we just let the computer do the calculate things. It's very easy, but the situation may just go against with the real situation and just leads to different results. So this is not really reliable. And the other one is rely on the real data. For different places, we should analyze it separately. and when this method just costs a lot of labor cost, so this is not very economic. So we just try to concentrate to combine the two methods. So when we talked about our own design, we could see that this is the wind farm distributed in Australia. It's mainly distributed at the west coast and the southeast coast, like Sydney or Melbourne. There are a lot of wind farms here, and there is a big potential to build more. So when it comes to our own design, we need to find two wind farms with the same climate situation, like here or here, and to analyze it. And the other way is to find the same wind farm under the different climate, like its control and quantitative analysis. So the third step is to compare it with the historical data and to find out which is the best solution of the storage of the wind power. So we got a few conclusions here. The first thing is that this design is very necessary to determine the system's fluctuation limits for the wind farm requirements, including time scales and volatilities, so which has an impact on the accuracy. Secondly, the advantage of design is to be able to give a concrete mix of the solutions and the quantitative situations. But there is still some limitation, because of the period required would be a few years and the cost could be really high, because we should analyze different places as perspectively. So that's the end of my presentation, and thank you for your time.